All right, welcome back, everyone. Now we're going to look at four types of income, and I'm sure there's some more out there, but we're going to focus on these main four, so that way we can kind of get a foundation in a direction as far as where we're going to take our business. First of all, a job. This is when we trade our time for money, and we simply agree to do a job in exchange for a specific amount of money. Sometimes it's hourly, sometimes it's salary, but that's it in a nutshell. Examples of this could be a post office worker, maybe a retail associate, a delivery driver, maybe a first responder, police, firefighter, nurses, EMTs, corrections, any of those types of things. Anyhow, there are jobs out there, and this is one aspect that I really wish people wouldn't speak so negatively on. Listen, you need a job to develop work experience, to develop life experience, to create income, to guide you into these upcoming areas that we're moving into. So even if somebody's unhappy about their job, you can decide that you want to go into business for yourself, but make sure you use your job as a step ladder and as a booster into those next things. Don't be negative about it. Working is one of the most honorable things you can do as an adult. The next type of income is residual income. This is where somebody gets paid over and over for something they did one time. I think one of the most successful industries has been insurance agents. My insurance agent, for example, I signed up for car insurance when I was probably 20 years old, and I've kept the same guy. Now I've switched companies, but he's an insurance broker, so I always get better deals, probably every 3 to 4 years, but I'm still with him. So he's been making money because he's provided a good service for me all that time. Actors and musicians get residuals. Network marketers get residuals. Authors get residuals or royalties. And this is a great place to be. Now, you need to have a job if you're going to go get your insurance license. Okay? You should have a job when you're writing books, because that way you can write in a stress-free or at least as low stress environment as you can. You're going to need a job if you're going to get into a network marketing company, because there's going to be a startup fee. And with the companies I've been involved with, there was always a marketing piece that had to happen as well, in addition to what I was purchasing from the company. So there is a system. All of these folks can be very successful, but because there's a lot of negative Nancy's out there, you're going to see a lot of or hear a lot of negative comments about different professions. So we're not here to talk about that. I'm here to point you towards the successful path towards any of these areas. The next type of income is duplication income. And this is where we get paid from the work of others whom we've previously helped to succeed. So a lot of people think it's pretty risky when, let's say, a retail manager is offered a position for district manager, and that's because their salaries might not be going up at all. But their performance pay or their bonuses or their overrides based on the success of the stores beneath them can make them very wealthy. So they accept the job, and their goal is to train operations beneath them that bring in the most amount of profits, and then they will in turn do better financially. So retail district managers, heck, any sales district manager is also going to operate like that. If a sales manager, let's say, can create a lot of successful sales persons underneath them, they're going to be getting a piece of those profits. And it is fair because they train those people beneath them. Real estate brokers. When you're a real estate agent, you go out, you buy and you sell properties for a commission. When you're a real estate broker, you train agents beneath you how to do that. And then, since you're back at the office handling a lot of the training, the legal paperwork, and things of that nature, when they're out in the field making deals, you're going to get a small percentage of their commission. And again, network marketers do the same. If they train someone beneath them to be successful, they will get a smaller percentage from that person's efforts. So you can see residual and duplication income is one of the most powerful things that you can have in the business world. And then the final type is investment income. We're talking about stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate, have all proven to be very powerful when it comes to generating income. Now, there's also the opposite side of that. A lot of money has been lost in investments. So you need to have a foundation in place so that way if your investment does lose money, you still get to live okay. And that's where we talk about these first three. So I already said that there could be horror stories when you're talking about the residual income. Same thing with investments. Sometimes you have people complaining about their jobs, right? The duplication, network marketing, MLM, there's always going to be someone who has something negative to say about something because there have been a lot of people who have failed in these industries. Every year, there's thousands of people who go out and get a real estate license and then they fail in the business. Thousands of people who go start up an MLM business and they fail in the business. Thousands of people who go start up an insurance business, or by that I mean they're getting their license to do so. And then because they don't have a job and they probably didn't understand how these pay systems work, or maybe they were even lied to, they don't do well. So my thing is when you can take someone from a stable environment with a job, maybe 2 jobs. I used to have 3 jobs when my kids were little. So I had 1 full-time job and 2 part-time jobs to fill in the spaces there of my calendar. And those jobs funded my businesses after that. So you need to have that foundation so you can go to insurance school, go get your license, go to real estate school, get your license, start your network marketing business and do it right so that way there's no stress or the least amount of stress as possible. And again, we already talked about authors also. You want to write without stress. And then if you're looking for the duplication, obviously we already talked about those areas. And specific to real estate, a couple of different real estate companies, at least in the Arizona area where I had experience, I think there was Expert Realty, Keller Williams, they actually had a compensation plan that was similar to a network marketing breakoff. So, and they did it successfully. Now we're going to go out and we can look at people or experiences online where people just are crying about their experiences there also. So my job is to let you know that all of these types of income are important when it comes to creating wealth. The power, the true power with the least amount of risk is in these middle 2, residual and duplication. And the folks that have worked with me, we luckily have a company that has a forced matrix. So the organization builds depth and power very quickly as opposed to some other companies out there. But regardless of the company you choose, take your time, build smart, work a job, and do things in small steps, and then just keep moving forward to the point where you have enough money to jump into an investment of your choice, if you choose to do that.